The fate of Markeith Loyd is now in the hands of a judge after a jury recommended the death penalty for the murder of Orlando Police Lieutenant Debra Clayton. Now, Lieutenant Clayton's husband saying he is still struggling with the loss.
I can't put into words what she meant to me, and to be taken away like that so sudden is hard for anybody.
And joining us live now to discuss the verdict and share his reaction is Orange County Sheriff John Mina. He was, of course, the police chief at the time. Sheriff, good to be with you. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ryan.
So this is very personal for you. You were in the trial from time to time, and you've been outspoken about wanting Loyd to get the death penalty. So, Sheriff, what was your immediate reaction when you heard that verdict?
I was actually pleasantly shocked. To get 12 people to agree on anything is very, very difficult. Yeah. And, the defense in this case really tried to make this case about law enforcement and possible police brutality in the capture of him. But I think the jury was very smart. You could tell by the questions they asked, both in the sentencing phase and the guilt phase, and they really took their time. And again, they made it clear that it's not okay to kill a police officer in this community. We're not going to put up with that.
We heard her husband speak there, obviously very bittersweet for the family. How important was it for her law enforcement colleagues to see her family get a little closure with that verdict?
It is very important to all of us. And, we have been there for Seth, her son Johnny, and the rest of Debra's family almost now for 5 years. And, unfortunately, that was the first time I ever met Seth, when I had to tell him that Debra was killed in the line of duty. So we were very, happy for them that they get at least some type of closure. And they've had to deal with this for a very, very long time. And, everyone misses Debra dearly.
You were, of course, police chief when Lieutenant Clayton was killed, and you've talked about her from time to time. What can you tell us about her this morning?
Yeah, I think she's up there in heaven smiling down on us right now, but you're probably thinking, okay, but the work needs to go on. And that work that she tried so hard to do is, bridging the gap between law enforcement and our community, especially our youth. She spent so much time with kids in this community, in the area that she worked, and it really meant a lot to her. I think she was an example for many law enforcement officers to follow, that it takes everyone, and to reach out to our youth and let them know that police officers and deputy sheriffs, we're here to help you, and we're part of this community also. We'll do whatever we can to make this community better and safer.
Is there one thing you want the community and people to remember about her?
Yeah, I think that, besides being a great law enforcement officer, I mean, she gave her life, or the very last minutes of her life, trying to protect this community and the people in Walmart. And, and she was a great police officer and a great community advocate and built trust, but she's also a great person. I said the other day that, I worked very closely with her when I was in patrol, and she always had a smile on her face. She was always a happy, positive person, and I think that's the way she would want to be remembered.
Sheriff Mina, really appreciate your time. We've had you on a number of times through this. I know this has been a long trial for all involved. Thanks for your time this morning.